Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, let's go! Set up, 30 base. Right there, 40's Mike. You're trying to go. Hit it.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bortles looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Woods, the intended receiver. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd.
Let's go, baby.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jackson. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. That's good for 28 yards. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down, Ingram. Shedding through the defense, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 9th touchdown of the season, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can grab as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And brought down, but not before before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Hey, Foxtrot. Now.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. Room here to run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Ingram churning. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. On play action, now Bortles. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Cooks now in his 2nd season with the Rams. He's had 4 straight years over 1,000 yards. He had 2 with the Saints, 1 with New England, and then he went over 1,000 again last year with the Rams. 80 catches, 1,204 yards. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. On first down, Bortles. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Bortles. And his throw here is incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Hey, Haywood! Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 4. Go!
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. His throw caught at about the 5. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 50 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the draw, here's Hill. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
To throw is Jackson. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
From the gun, a run for Hill. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
Excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Hey, high 7.
Here's Bortles to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
This one to the left to Higbee. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Go, go, go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hustle, hustle. 43 is the mic, boy. Put up.
Now Jackson. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson on the move to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Key eight. Single, single, single.
Jackson to throw again. Flush to his right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I got one.
On the counter, Gurley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Play action. It's Jackson. That's caught at the 3. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
That's it, baby. We got
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Well, the second down throw on target. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing now is Bortles. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
after the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 23-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a first down carry, it's Hill. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Going again on the ground here with Hill. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
That play definitely goes down as a win for the defense as they were able to get there and tackle him for a loss. But you just got the sense that the runner kept looking for a space to turn upfield, and it kept getting strung out towards the sidelines before the defense finally finished him off.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Tucker's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Bortles. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down.
They're going to need some therapy after this. 40's the mark. Squeeze.
Here we go on fourth down with Bortles. And got a man. It's Woods. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. On first down, it's Gurley. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. Bortles. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Gurley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Bortles to throw for it on 4th down. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line.
Check, 43. I'll get him.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Ingram again. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go now. Mike 58, right there. Let's get the ball.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complimentary?
And the ball is knocked out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on 2nd down. Bortles. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 8-yard
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one covers 29 yards. First down. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
At the 44-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he loses the football a second time. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the two-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Bortles. He gets it to Gurley, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Throwing is Bortles. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth-quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? And in the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
Right there, 54 Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.